Very good morning, friends. Sampatji, kindly confirm whether I am audible and visible clearly. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Very good morning, friends. At the outset, let me welcome each and every one of you to this fast track webinar series exclusively. Very good morning. Very good morning, Sampatji. Am I audible and visible clearly?
You are clearly visible and audible, Dr. Raj.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Very good morning, friends. Thank you very much for joining in great number across length and breadth of the country for this special session, fast track webinar series on social auditor certification exam, which is conducted by NISM, National Institute of Securities Market. Friends, this examination, before I venture into the subject, okay, 1 minute, I'll just share the entire screen. Yeah, hope my screen is visible to you. Is my screen visible? Good, thank you.
Visible, Doctor.
Thank you. Before I venture into the subject, I wish to share some significant aspect with respect to this examination. Point number one, this is a certificate examination which has a validity only for 3 years. This is an examination conducted by National Institute of Securities Market. And they conduct various examinations. They are actually a testing agency of, we can say, SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Many of the capital markets certificate courses, certificate examinations are conducted by NSE Academy and NISM. So NSE Academy, they do courses, and NISM are the testing agency. It's an online testing agency. You have to score 60 marks. It's a 100-mark paper. This 100-mark paper, you will have actually the number of questions will be 88. Okay, so actually 100 marks, each question will be 1 mark, but it is spread like this. You will have a multiple choice question, which will be 85 questions of 1 mark. And you will have 3 cases. So that is why 85 plus 3 questions. So it is 88 questions. That each case will have 5 sub-questions. So that 5 sub-questions will have 1 mark, so total 50. So this is how the structure is all about. And your questions will be from this syllabus. If you look at it, you have 11 chapters. It starts from some introduction about social sector, then it goes up to regulation and many aspects. So I'll go one by one. We have this entire week at our disposal. But I want to make one point very clear that you will have a negative mark. There will be 0.25. So every wrong answers you pick up, you actually dent 25% on right answers. So therefore, you have to be quite careful when you choose the answer. Unless and otherwise you are confident of the answer, never choose those answers. This is a point to be noted. Number 2, there are study materials. Once you make a payment of this fee online, so this is the site called nism.ac.in. Here you can go and register yourself with a user ID and a password. For that, you need to upload your permanent account number, income tax permanent account number, that PAN card you have to upload. Without uploading PAN card, I repeat, the passing certificate will not be issued. I repeat, pass certificate will not be issued because your pass certificate will have a PAN number in it. So without a PAN number, you will not get a certificate. So it is mandatory. So while registering in nism.ac.in, PAN is mandatory. Registration is free of cost, no fee for it. So today itself you register and get the user ID and password. Once you get the user ID password approved, which will take some time, then maybe you can make payment and then wait for the examination slots because examination slots are available across India at various test centers. You have to go in person to the test center, and in the monitor, the multiple choice questions will be there. You have to use the keyboard and select the answer. Of course, they'll give you one single paper sheet only to actually do your workings. That's it. So be prepared with this material. Maybe whatever material they actually circulate to you, it's only a primer to you, but have a grip on the subject. The purpose of this session is only to give that particular grip. Okay. So let me go one by one into the subject fundamentally. Now, before I go into the subject today, I'll just give a interesting number. Okay, very interesting number. And introduction, the first chapter will be introduction to social sector and the Indian financial markets. So, before I go into the subject, I just want to fundamentally give a difference between these three, meaning charitable organization, social organization, and profit organization. Remember, for a profit company, the objective is to make profit. So there will be top line, there will be bottom line. The bottom line profit belongs to the investors, the owners, the shareholders, okay, our partners, whatever may be. So let us not only focus only on a company. Okay, it can even be a partnership also. So business surplus is only for the business owners. But now, slowly, the concept of CSR has come, and it has been mandated for those who earn profits above a limit. Above a limit, it has been mandated. So CSR and social impact considered an add-on to the core. So it is not mandatory. It is add-on to the core only for certain. For example, I earn a profit less than 5 crore, 50 lakhs. 5 lakhs only profit I earn. Then out of 5 lakhs, I can do social activity for 1 lakh. 2 lakhs I can do, 10,000 I can do. The law doesn't mandate you. But when your profits are above 5 crore, okay, then the law mandates that you have to do social activities. So this is for profit companies. Charitable organization, they get the donation, grant, and they do activities. They get the donation and do activities. Now, both are totally two extremes. Okay. So non-profit, not generating revenue, they don't generate profit. They only get grants and then they spend. Now, are donations. Now, in between, you have a concept called social enterprise. Now, is it business undertaking? Wonderful. Okay. So it is a combo of charity plus profit company. For example, I am a profit-making company, but I want to do social activities. Okay. You want to call yourself a social enterprise. Okay. So if you want to call yourself a social enterprise, not a profit enterprise. Okay. Profit also I will do, but I want to be called myself as a social enterprise. Then please look at this. Profit is reinvested in the community. Please watch this word. Please watch this word. This is very important. Okay. Whatever surplus you earn, you invest. Please. This is not spent. This is reinvested in the community. That means the return will be social return. The return will be social return. Social return means happiness, green, oxygen, satisfaction. So the return need not be. Say at the end of the day, you need to have a good sleep. The amount of money doesn't matter. So therefore, this concept of social enterprise is actually discussed in detail in this entire curriculum. I want to make one observation that in the past 5 years, from 2017 to 2022, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 1,20,000 crores have been spent. That means on an average 24,000 crores are spent per annum per year only by companies. In India, 1,20,000 crore are spent for various healthcare, all these activities. Now, understanding this, the United Nations have developed Sustainable Development Goals. This is a goal which everybody, so I'll just bring your attention to this first chapter. So this is your first chapter on social sector and Indian financial market. So what is the social sector? What is the social enterprise? I'll go one by one. But I just want to share with the first term called Sustainable Development Goals. So we need to sustain in this world not by making profits, not by increasing turnover, but we need to coexist along with nature, along with water, along with greenery, along with wildlife, okay, birds, trees. Okay, so what we have to give to our next generation is the environment. Okay, so the environment. So we take the entire petroleum deposits. Now, petroleum deposits are only available for next 30 years, maximum 50 years, if you conserve petrol. Okay, and from the earth, 80% of gold is already taken. Only 20% of gold is deposits are still there below earth. So therefore, in future, if you need to sustain, now people say, no, we will leave earth, we will go to some other planet. There are plans for it, but not in immediate future. And for our next 50, 60 years or 100 years, we need to live only in Mother Earth. We cannot go to other planet. So United Nations have brought a concept called 2030 Sustainable Development. Okay. So this has been brought in 2015. For next 15 years, entire world have to focus on this. 17. Remember, guys, 17 is 8 plus 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. 8 means 2 cube and 9 means 3 square. 2 cube plus 3 square is 17. So the Sustainable Development Goals Report 2021 describes how much UN Sustainable Development Goals. It is actually 17. So by closing your eyes, you have to take these answers. Okay, good. Now let me now go to the next. So we were discussing about the social enterprise. Now, what is this social enterprise? Now, I was making a comparison here. So you can either be a charitable institution, profit company, a combo of both, a combo. So you can be a pure charity, do charity. So you are also a social enterprise. You are a profit company, you want to do social activities. You are called as a social enterprise. Wow. So that is why charitable institution also can be called a social enterprise. Profit company also can be called as a social enterprise, but you need to focus on social activities. What is that? I'll come to that. So SEBI, in the latest ICDR regulation. So this is that regulation which has been brought out. So please make note of this new regulation that has been brought on 25th of July 2022. See, guys, today, if you need to do good things, you need to do activities, you need to develop, you need to clean the environment, you need to bring oxygen, you need to clean up the ocean dirt or the pollution that happens. You need money, you need resources. So from where money can be brought? You can be brought money from donations. Is that the only way? No, you can also source from capital markets. So in capital markets, capital is there. Is capital market is only for profit? Not necessary. People want blessings. I will give money, give me blessings. I don't want profit at all. I have money. I don't want I'll give money, but give me blessings. See, today we go to temple. We give money to God. Do we want money again from God back? No, we want only blessings from God. And in Tamil we say, ஏழையின் சிரிப்பில் இறைவனை காண்க. What is the meaning? When the poor smiles, you see godliness in it. You see godliness in it. So this is a notification which brings that concept of capital markets to, okay, brings the capital closer to the charitable institution. So charitable institutions, social organization, don't worry. Money need not be only brought by donation. It can also be sourced to the stock exchange. And that is why that exchange is called as social stock exchange. It is a subset. It is a subset. That is where regulator is coming. SEBI is the regulator of capital market. RBI is the regulator of money market. And PFRDA, Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority, is a regulator for the pension funds. Okay. So, you have the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. They are the regulator for the insolvency companies as well as liquidation companies. So we have different regulators. So here there is a definition for social enterprise, which says not for profit organization or for profit organization. So now what is for profit? That is a combo. I'll come to that. So according to SEBI, a social enterprise means NPO or for profit. So it is a or B. I repeat, it is A or B. So it is 2C. I'm sorry, it is not both A and B. It is either A or B. Okay, it is either A or B. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very, very careful. So, okay, don't jump to a conclusion immediately. Okay, yeah. So that's about it. Now I'm going slowly into it. Now, if you are a social enterprise, okay, so not for profit organization, who is an NPO? Who is this for profit social enterprise? These two questions I'll be discussing in greater detail, not in this chapter, but in the other chapters. But slowly I will unravel certain mysteries. Now, if you have to be social enterprise, either NPO or for profit. Okay. So then what is or what are? Is means only one goal. R means there are more than one goal. Okay. What is or what are the primary goal or goals of social enterprise, which is demonstrated through its focus on social objectives for the underserved, underprivileged population, underprivileged region. What is underprivileged region? For example, we have Malai வாழ் Makkal, meaning people who live in the mountains, people who live in northeastern region. So they are less privileged regions or less privileged population, underserved. So what is the primary goal? Now, please understand one thing here. What is intent? Intent is what is inside you. What is the impact? What you create outside. So impact is inside, intent is inside, impact is outside. So I used to say in Tamil, okay, intent means nokam. Okay, so intent means nokam, and impact means what is the solution you bring. Okay, what is the solution you bring? Okay, so both are the primary goals. Or only intent should be there. Impact. I want to do good. I want to do good. I want to do good. But you are not bringing that impact. Okay. So you bring the child and then admit the child in the school. That's all. That is your intent. You want to admit the child in school. Now, what should be the impact? The child should get educated and child should be well placed. So that is where the impact is. So intent is different, impact is different. Impact is outcome. Intent is what you do, okay, what you wish to do. So now I'll take you to this very, very important concept called the social intent and impact are the primary goals. Are the primary goals of social enterprise. Please understand, intent alone will not help. All these years, I'm going to tell you this very important. All these years, get the donation. I have good intention. Good intention, get the donation. And then spend the money. Whether impact is created. So therefore, social enterprise, I need to bind them with intent and the impact. Intent also should be good. Impact also should be good. Then the money that has been spent for that particular purpose has achieved the objective. So therefore, it is A and B. Okay, it is A and B. So most important, guys, most important. Good. Now, what are programs designed to deliver social benefits and develop human capital of specific target groups? Which are programs designed to deliver social benefits? Now, I'm speaking about the impact, not intent. Which are the programs designed to deliver benefits and develop human capital? Now, please understand this human capital means you empower human beings. You empower human beings how? You empower them economically. You empower them academically. Okay, so develop human capital of specific target groups. So, which are the programs designed to deliver? Designed to deliver benefits. Is it objectives? Is it welfare measures? Government also brings social welfare measures. Is that designed to deliver social benefits? See, welfare measures have intent. Objectives have intent. Protections have the clauses. Social intervention. What is the social intervention? I'll bring to your attention to this word called social interventions. Social interventions means programs designed to deliver, intervene. So you intervene into their life and bring benefit. You intervene. Why are you intervening inside? Because I want to bring benefits. So benefits to whom? To specific targets. So social intervention can be any. Okay, it can be welfare, safety net, social protection. You can go on. Add like child care, access to financial services, access to insurance, pension, job creation, poverty alleviation, anything. All these are examples of social intervention. So technically, social intervention means programs. Okay, so it is 4D. Now, social enterprise also have access to, please understand one thing, I already made this point. Charity means you get donation, you get grants. Profit organization, they make surplus. And under Companies Act, above profit of 5 crore, mandated to spend 2% or above for CSR. Below 5 crore profit, there is no such mandate. You have an option to actually do that. But if you are a social enterprise, please look at this. Okay. Social enterprise also have access to grants and donations, social venture capital funds, both A and B. You have to be very careful with the question. Now, I'm bringing it to your attention to page number 12 here, guys. Look at this. Social enterprise, they have access to grants and donation. Okay. Social means charitable institutions only. Originally, we had a charitable organization, profit organization, separate. Now you have via media. So Shiva Parvati. Okay. Now you have a combo of both Shiva Shakti. Okay. Shiva here, Shakti here. Now Shiva Shakti is social enterprise. Now social enterprise will have access to, can have access to grants and donation, but also have access to social venture capital funds from capital market. Also have. So that means it is A. You have to be very careful, guys. Please be careful here. You will actually say both A and B, which is wrong. Okay. But the same question can be written like the social enterprise, okay, can have access to. Okay. So you have to read the question carefully and then answer. So also have access means they already have access something. Okay. So please be careful of, because the social enterprise terminology came only because of these 25th July 2022. 25th July 2022. Please look at this definition, social enterprise. Okay. So it is actually 292 AH. 292 AH. Okay. It came. This is the starting point, birth. They say either this or this. Okay. This or this. Okay, even a profit organization also can be social enterprise. Okay, good. Now come here. So I'm in. So it is 5 is A alone. Okay, 5 is A. Now come to 6. This is very, very important, guys. This is very important. So I want to make one observation here. This is Niti Ayog. This Niti Ayog is a planning commission. The former planning commission has now become Niti Ayog. Now, Niti Ayog is the implementing agency of Sustainable Development Goals. Implementing agency of the Sustainable Development Goals. So what they have done is, they have actually brought out SDG priorities, sector prioritization for investor map. Okay. So, no poverty, zero hunger, gender equality, sorry. Okay. So, gender equality. You have actually one equality, one inequality. I want to make that observation also. Please look at this. So, reduced inequalities and gender equality. These inequalities with respect to academic, economic inequalities. Gender equalities with respect to men and women. So this is with respect to economic, academic, and with respect to infrastructure inequality. So all this has to be reduced. So that means that should be balanced. So gender equality is different from reduced inequality. You have to be very careful with it. So read this 17 items as many times as possible to actually appreciate this. Now, I want to bring your attention to this page number 24, where they have mapped the 17 to the Indian scenario. This 17, look at this. This is sectoral trust. The performance is, the Niti Ayog has strategized 41 policy priorities to assess the progress of SDG and impact of pandemic COVID-19 on development initiatives. So, they have actually identified, actually here they have only given 21, but there are 41 policy priorities. So that is where I have actually given. So 41 policy priorities highlighted in Niti Ayog strategy for New India 75, 21 policy areas. So please differentiate between this 21 and 41. 41 are policy areas highlighted in the Niti Ayog strategy. So now answer this question. Niti Ayog strategy is 41 policy areas, but private sector participation in 21 policy areas, distinctly inviting private sector participation. So same question, 21 will be the answer. If the private sector, public partnership, now this 41 policy areas, 20 will be exclusively by government. That will not be given to privatization. But 21 policy areas distinctly inviting private sector participation also. For example, school education. Here participation with the private sector also. And Swachh Bharat. So you need to clean the environment. So for that, bring the private partnership also. Similarly, what do you call it as housing for all. So skill development. Skill development is not only done by Government of India. It is done through private public partnership. So these are 21 policy areas. So you have to be very clear with this question. Where 21 will come, where 41 will come. So 6D. Okay, 6D is policy area highlighted in Niti Ayog strategy. This is policy priorities for India. But private sector participation means 21. So please careful. 17 is SDG. 21 is private sector participation. 41 is policy priorities for India by Niti Ayog strategy for implementing 17 SDG in India. So please understand this distinction. And I just want to share with you certain reports. So I'll just share with you some reports here. So these are all the reports. Look at these reports, guys. So these are all some reports. Look at these SDG reports. My God. So this SDG 17 up to state-wise, which is red, which is green. Okay. So perform front run, achiever. So if you look at the Chandigarh is 100% achiever in SDG 10. Now what is SDG 10? Okay. So I'll just take you to SDG 10. This is your SDG 10. Reduced inequalities. So Chandigarh is actually advanced in that. So look at this kind of mapping. Is quite quite advanced. And this is the goal-wise results in 2019 and 2020. So, and you have the what do you call as Kerala is number one for top tucker state in SDG implementation is Kerala, and next is Himachal Pradesh. Tamil Nadu is in third rank. Okay, AP is in fourth rank. Goa is fifth rank. Okay, Gujarat is last part. Look at this line. So Tripura, Manipur, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, they are all very poor. Okay, so very interesting statistic. I'll just leave you for you to analyze there later. So where I am, I'm in 70. I'm sorry, this is 41. Okay, so please be careful about this 21 and 40. To be identified as social enterprise. To be identified, yeah, NPO or FPSC. Okay, please understand this word. NPO means not for profit organization. FPSC means for profit social enterprise. For profit social enterprise is private sector. Private sector, it can be private limited company, it can be public limited company. Oh, can they be also social enterprises? I want to call myself as a social enterprise. You can, but you need to do social activities, which should be predominant. Shall establish primacy of social outcome, social impact. So the intent is first. Okay, so they say if your thoughts are clear, your actions will be good. If your actions are clear, then your habits will be good. If your habits are clear, so then your character will be good. If your character is clear, your destiny will be good. Okay, so to be identified as a social enterprise, an NPO or a FPSC. Okay, so I'll just take you to that very important terminology. Okay, a social enterprise. Now, this is also there in the conditions. Eligible conditions to be a social. Now, can I be a social enterprise? Yes. NPO or FPSC to be identified as a social shall establish POSI, primacy of social intent. There must be intent first. Then only how that intent you will achieve and what will be the impact you will create. That's the next. Intention first. What do you want to do? Okay. Even when you want to start a business, okay, but what do you want? Which business? The first question they will ask you, which business? Then only they will start, okay, where you are doing the business, who are your customers, what is your turnover, what do you do? All this is next, secondary. Starting point is social intent. Okay. So primacy of social outcome, impact, they're all secondary. Intent is first. So 7A. Okay, good. Now I'm going to take you to what is the social intent? What is POSI? POSI. Primacy of social intent. Now, this is one place I'm going to take you to a very interesting report. Okay, so this report, I will take you to a page number called, look at this, this is very, very interesting. So how do you establish this POSI? Okay, so the combination of 3 filter test. Okay, so 3 filter test. So whenever somebody is coming to you and they say, you know what he did, you know what he did, you know what happened, people will gossip. You want to be part of the gossip. You know, you always remember this TUG rule, TUG. Okay, what is this TUG rule? 3 filter. First is T means truth. Okay, U means usefulness, and the G. Okay, so whether it is the good news. For example, somebody is coming to you and saying about, do you know Mr. Hariharan? You know what he did? You know Mr. Krishna Pillai, what he did? You know Mr. Radha Krishnan, what he did? So the first thing what you ask him is it a truth? Do you know whether that information what you are sharing, are you confirmed about that news? Okay, so ask whether it is true. The moment he says, no, I am not confident whether this news is true, then first filter is wrong. Second, now whatever he is going to say is that news good to you? I mean, is that the news good about that person? Okay, is the news good about that person or bad about that person? Generally, gossip means good news will not be gossiped. They will only gossip about bad news. So, the moment it is about bad about some person, ignore that. Now, TUG. T means truthful. It is never true. G, he is not giving good about the person. He is only saying bad. Third is U, useful. Is that information useful at least to you? Then you can listen. No, it is only a gossip. So then it is, he doesn't know whether it is true or false. Okay, whether to what extent the news is truthful, because he has not been party to it. It is not useful to you, and it is not a good news about that person. So gossip you have to ignore. Like that, POSI as 3-filter test. 3-filter test. It is called 3-filter test. Now, this is very, very important test. What is the first test? Eligible social objectives. Eligible social objectives. Eligible. The eligible activity. Now, these are the eligible activities. A social enterprise shall be indulged in at least one of the following activities. At least. Now, what are those activities? They have identified 16. 17, they say, other area to be identified by the board. Board means Security Exchange Board of India or Government of India. Niti Aayog. The Government of India's Planning Commission is now Niti Aayog. So, Niti Aayog only will give this. So, again, same 17 only. Okay, it is 17, but 17 is kept open, so it may become more list also. So the first point is the eligible activities. So 3-filter test. E means eligible activity. Second filter. Okay, what is the second filter? Look at this. This is B. The target population segment or region. Okay. So it can be you want to focus on geography, you want to focus on an area, you want to focus on a people. Okay, so that's the scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, backward classes, migrants, displaced persons, handicapped, blind people, elderly, children, at risk, pregnant women, special needs. You can go on say. So what is that? T. It is called T is means target. So first is eligible activities. Second is target. Okay. Look at this. So the social enterprise shall target. Okay. So shall be indulged in at least one of the following activities. So it should be eligible in one of these activities. At least one. So that is why eligibility will come first. So E, eligibility. T, target. Social enterprise shall have at least 67% of activities qualifying as eligible activities to the target population. So, ET and the shall have 67%. ET 67, I'll put it as not another English word, but I'll call it as 67. Now, this 67% of the activities means what? 2/3. So, if I'm a profit company, I'm a private limited company, but I don't want to be called as a profit company, I want to be called a social enterprise, then you promote migrants and displaced person of your total activities. That means expenditure. 67% of the expenditure should be for promoting this. 1/3 you do it for profit. 1/3 do for profit. 2/3 for this. So ET 67. ET 67 is your triple filter test. Okay, triple filter test. Now come here to this question. A combination of 4 filter, 5 filter, 6 filter, 3 filter that are to be used to establish POSI. Okay, so it is actually 8A. Okay, 8A, 3 filter test. So for gossip, what is the 3 filter test? TUG. Okay. So truth, usefulness, and good. Which of the following is not a financial market regulator? So I'll just take you to because now I'm now going into the capital market. So to understand the fundamentals of capital market, let us go to the regulators. So these are the various regulators. Financial market, FM regulators. Ministry of Finance is financial market. Ministry of Corporate Affairs is the financial market. Reserve Bank of India, the banking regulator. SEBI is a capital market regulator. Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India is an insurance regulator. Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority is a pension fund regulator. Okay, it's a pension sector regulator, otherwise an NPS regulator. Now, which of the following is not a FM regulator, financial market regulator? So, of all this list, which one is the odd man here? RBI, SEBI, IRD, IBBI. IBBI is not a financial market regulator. So, it is 9D. Okay. Who are organizations that invest large sum of money and employ specialized knowledge and investment skills? Oh, they invest large money. So, are they accredited investors? Are they qualified investors? Are they professional investors? Are they institutional investors? Are they retail investors? Okay, now you need to understand because now you go to the capital market. Now, retail investors mean those who invest below 2 lakhs. So, of course, you don't have that criteria at all here. Now, please understand who is this accredited investor. They are otherwise called as qualified investor. They are otherwise called as professional investor. So, all the three are one only. Okay, all the three are one. So, accredited, qualified, professional investors, they are a special investor who understand various products and is recognized by the regulator. So, accredited by SEBI. SEBI accredited investor. So, that means they have their net worth. So their net worth is certified and they choose only certain designated products for investment. So they don't invest in uppity companies. They will only go by certain criteria. So there should be some minimum rating, minimum standing of years, minimum activities. All these will be there. So they only will. So there will be accredited investors and they will have funds with them. And once you satisfy certain norms, then the accredited investors will choose you. Okay. Or the qualified investors will choose you. So this question doesn't answer B, C, D. So by elimination, institutional investor is answer. So 10A. Okay. So by elimination. So which are organizations that large means institution. And they also employ specialized knowledge and investment skills because they have a team. Okay. So examples, they are called domestic financial institutions. Okay. Banks is an institutional investor. Insurance company, institutional investor. Mutual fund is an institutional investor. Portfolio investor, foreign. They have funds which has been invested by various investors, and these FPIs will invest in Indian markets. So they are called FPIs. So huge money. So they are called institutional investors, and they are all accredited by regulators. So DFI is accredited. DFIs and FPIs. So domestic financial institutions, foreign portfolio, foreign financial institutions, banks, insurance companies, all these they are all accredited by the regulator, SEBI. Okay. And any other entity specified by SEBI as institutional investor. So accredited investor is also regulated by SEBI. Institutional investor is also regulated by SEBI, but retail investors are not. That is why small size, they are all chiller people. SEBI doesn't say Gopal Krishna Raju is a retail investor, certified. No. Because I will only invest 1 lakh, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. So SEBI need not give me any tagline or any certificate. But certificate is required, regulation is required for institutional investors and accredited investors. So this is institutional investors. Okay. Good. Oh, which is the 13th UN system? My God, you have to be very careful. Very careful. Okay. 13th UN Sustainable Development Goals. So what I will do, I'll just take you to that. So SDG goals. Okay. Now please look at this. This is the image. My God. Okay. So I'll just take you to the high definition image of this. Please look at this. Look at this, guys. So you have this 17 items listed here. Very interesting. 1, no poverty, 0 hunger. Now look at this question. No, okay. Look at 0 poverty. Hunger should be 0 and poverty should be no. This is fundamental. Okay. No poverty, zero hunger. So it is not no hunger. Okay. So zero hunger has a different meaning. So that means even our Bharadiyar said, okay. So if anybody who is actually hungry, then we need to actually kill people. There is no meaning in the humanity at all. So to actually nurture humanity, zero hunger. So that is why you would have seen this, especially when floods and pandemic came. People used to actually wander in streets for hunger, and people come forward. And Tamil Nadu, you would have witnessed it in Punjab, Chandigarh, Delhi, Mumbai. People will come forward and they will actually feed people. So this is where humanity comes. So zero hunger, no poverty. No poverty is a different objective. Zero hunger is a different objective. So by elimination, these two I've eliminated. Now, climate change, climate action. What is this? Climate change is natural. But what is the action you are taking? Your intent. Okay. Oh my God, it is 38 degree. Let me reduce it to 2 degree. Let me reduce it to 5 degree by planting trees. Only solution for climate change. Only solution. Only one solution for climate change is plant trees, nurture trees, and reduce the climate. Okay, reduce the degree at least by 1 degree, 2 degree. India's climate action. Please look at this. It is called 13 is climate action. It is not climate change. Climate change is auto. You cannot go and change climate. You have to act to counter the climate change. Climate change is natural. You cannot go and ask sun, no, don't be so hot. You reduce your heat. Sun will be hot only. You try to act. So that is a climate action is different from climate change. Okay. So 13th UN Sustainable Goal, 13. So 11B. Okay, 11B. Now, who will keep the record of loan servicing behavior of the borrowers and then assign them a credit score to reflect their overall position? NBFC means non-banking finance company. KRA means they are actually the KYC registering authority. KYC means know your customer. So your PAN, your Aadhaar, your biometric will be captured and it will be available. So they are called, you have this KYC registration agency. Okay. You have a eKYC registry. Okay. Please look at this. Is called eKYC registry. eKYC registry. Look at the eKYC registration agent. This is your eKYC registry. Please look at this. So KYC registration agency, NSDL. Look at this. So this is a KYC registry. So central database of verified KYC records of capital markets. So this is the capital market KYC registration agency, KRA, coming under NDML. What is NDML? NSDL Database Management Limited. So it is an agency. So now this is a significant task. They need to ensure a proper verification of investor. Now here, to keep a record of loan servicing behavior. Loan servicing means I borrow, I am a borrower. How I service the loan, on time do I pay? That record will be kept and then assign a credit score. Oh, that is a good guy, is a bad guy, is a bad borrower, good borrower. So NBFC doesn't do that. Credit rating agency, they issue entities that rank various instruments about their safety to repay. If you give money to them, will they repay on time? They will be late repayer. So that is the rating. The rating will be poor means that means they will be very slow. Rating is good means they are on time. So that is so the question doesn't fit to this. CIC. Wow, what is CIC? Credit Bureau, Credit Information Company. They keep the record and then assign a credit score. So we have CIBIL. Now the name of the company is Trans India. Experian is another company. Equifax is another company. Highmark. These are the 4 credit bureaus or credit information companies. So that is 12C. Now we'll now go to another question. Which are the entities that provide strategic advice to companies, strategic advice to government, strategic advice to others on their capital requirement and investment decisions, and arrange raising such funds on terms that are most suitable to the company. Oh, wow. So now we have actually all this will be very close. Which are they give strategy advice? Investment advisor, do they give strategic advice? Asset management companies, do they give strategic advice? Portfolio managers, do they give strategic advice? Investment banks, do they provide strategic advice? Okay. Now, let me come to this question here. I think we have the answer here. In the next page, yes. These are the type of. So this is page number 28. I should go. This is page number. This is one. Please look at this. These are all the intermediaries in the financial market. Now, look at the various intermediate asset management companies and portfolio managers. Actually, B and C are both same. B and C are both same. So actually, there are only three answers. So AMC and portfolio manager, investment specialist who offer services in selecting and managing investments. So where you should invest, whether you should churn the investment and reinvest in some other place, so thereby the returns are maximized. So they offer service in selecting and managing portfolio. Is it selecting and managing portfolio? Is there? No. So B and C is not answer. So answer is between A and B. A and D. Investment bank, investment advisor. Oh, they provide strategic advice. It seems to be investment advisor, but look at investment advisor. They work with investors to help them have a choice of securities that they buy based on assessment of their needs. Oh, nothing is there. So by elimination, it should be investment banks. They are financial entities. That is why this is underlined. Investment banks. Banks are finance companies. Advisors, they are not financial entities. Okay. So financial entities, they provide advice and others on their capital requirement and investment decision and arrange raising such funds. This is where the catch. Financial entity and arrange raising funds. So who will do? Investment bank. So it is actually 13A. So guys, this is the distinction between an institutional investor and a retail investor. These are some references. You can actually take this later. This is the connect between a for-profit entity and a not-for-profit entity. So all this stuff is there. Now, let me now invite a few feedbacks, and also I will now request Mr. Sambat Kumar to give the closing remarks later. Now, anybody who wish to raise your hand to share your remarks, can I request Mr. Abraham Zakaria to unmute and share your thoughts? And also, those who wish to share your thoughts, you can just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. You can share your thoughts for some time. I'll just request Chandrakant Sahu also to share your thoughts. Also, I'll request T.M. Ramachandran. Okay, CS T.M. Ramachandran also I'll request. I'll also request Geeta Sridhar to share your thoughts. Okay. Yes.
Very good morning, Gopal sir. And it was a very excellent opening because I was very apprehensive. What is this exam all about? And do we really need to take up these things and all that? But then I think this opening actually gave me an insight of, yes, we can definitely give it a try and see, we'll go forward. And thanks for that impact. I really enjoyed the intent and impact, that definition. That was really amazing. You brought out so well. And all the questions that you have handled, the way we have to look at things, gave a perspective towards the examination. And thanks a lot.
Welcome. So we'll now listen to Mr. Abraham. Good morning. Or we'll listen to Mr. A.N.L. Madhavan. Mr. A.N.L. Madhavan. We'll also listen to Mr. K. Shivakumar.
Am I audible?
Absolutely clear and loud. Please go ahead.
Excellent presentation, and particularly the intent impact, as the previous speaker was also mentioning, which you translated in Tamil as a Nokkam and Takkam, was fantastic. And yes, it's very interesting to know the SDG, the way in which you have presented the 17 kind of modules. I think it's a deeper subject as it looks, and I think we need to prepare very deeply in order to satisfy the role of a social auditor to the society at large. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Now we'll listen to maybe one more participant, Nandini Dharni Darka. Nandini Dharni Darka. So may I request you to share your thoughts. We have Mr. P. Paramasivam. We'll also request Mr. Paramasivam to share your thoughts. And we have Mr. Chandra. Yes?
Good morning. Am
Very
I
good.
audible?
Absolutely clear and loud. Please go ahead.
Yeah. It's a great session by Dr. GKR. Thank you so much for your initiative, for making us understand a new concept called social auditing. And I believe we'll have many social auditors thanks to your efforts and thanks to your guidance. And we had one wonderful session and a great start. Thank you so much, Dr. GKR, and thank you others for being there.
Sure.
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now let's listen to Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan. Very good morning. And then to Nandini last. And after that, we'll listen to Mr. Sampath. Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan. Yes, please. You can go ahead. And Soumya Shankar. Yes, I've just unmuted Soumya Shankar also. You can share your thoughts. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead, please. Okay. So I'll hand over the session back to Mr. Sampath Kumarji for your closing remarks, please.
Dr. Raju and my dear friends, it's again a wonderful session as mentioned by the earlier speakers. The minute differences between one particular, what is it connotes and what is the implication, how a question is to be approached before going for answering. So kindly, I used to tell repeatedly, the notebook, highlighter, pencil, or whatever that highlight, that will be a greatest tool to appreciate the points and understand, comprehend, and make a good outcome about these particular classes. And Dr. Raju has put a lot of efforts. Thank you, Dr. Raju. He has got a block spot. Kindly go to that and add a word, not more than an excellent, good, nice, or constructive suggestions, whatever that. That will alone motivate Dr. Raju to go ahead with further refining the thing further. This is one such social activity for 5 days, conducting for no return. So your words of appreciation or a constructive suggestion may go a long way. Thank you all the other remaining days also. We are all eager, Raju, to listen to you. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, Sampathji. And friends, same link you can use to register. Every day you have to register to come online. There will be a link that will come to your email. Second, the material will be shared in my blog. There is an exclusive WhatsApp group that is created for all the participants. You can share your thoughts in that WhatsApp group, and material also will be shared in the blog. You can download it. So, and share your feedback. That's very, very critical and very important for us to actually being the first batch. So we wish to do our best and also get the feedback to get a feel. So what we have missed out to include those aspects in our sessions. Thank you very much. So see you tomorrow, same time, 8:30 a.m. Thank you very much, Sampathji.